Alright, let's do this then. It's a voice post, except that because I live in the middle of nowhere, I can't actually do a proper LJ voice post, so I have to post it on YouTube instead. Alright, so I've got this meme to do while I'm here, so let's start with that, okay? Question 1. What is your name? This should not be a difficult question, but, Katie, I suppose, generally. The people here usually call me Infra, or Infrared Phaeton, depending on how formal they feel. 2. How old are you? Well, it's not really something I feel incredibly comfortable disclosing, not because I'm, ridiculously young or that I'm 70 or something, but because I dislike the way that people judge you depending on how old you are. So let's just say that I am old enough to manipulate a computer on my own, and I'm not so old that I've yet bought a house, if that makes any sense. And my birthday is November 12th, so people who are listening to this may find that interesting information. 3. Where are you from, and are you living there right now? Now that's actually an even more difficult question than the what's your name question, alright? So where am I from? Well, technically I was born in Australia, Melbourne, Australia. My father's English though, he's from Nottingham. So I'm Australian English, if that makes sense. Are you living there right now? No, I'm not. I'm living in Oman, which is a pain in the arse because nothing works in Oman. It's a joy. 4. Is it cold where you are? Okay, you're joking, right? I live in a desert. No, it is not cold where I am. Even with the AC on, I feel sweaty. 5. What's the time? The time is 3:26 p.m. on Monday. Joy. 6. What are you wearing? I am wearing a dark blue t-shirt, light blue jeans, and no socks. Yeah. It's not a particularly interesting outfit, but yeah, middle of the week. Can't be bothered. 7. What was the last thing you listened to? Dear God, this shows how much influence Glee has had on me in the last 2 weeks. I just listened to the Safety Dance cover by, the guy who plays Artie on Glee. Kevin something. Him. What was the last thing you ate? Soup. Minestrone soup. At lunchtime. About 3 hours ago. What was the last thing you watched on TV? A better question, does it count if it was on TV but you watched it on your laptop, in which case it was Glee? If it's what was the last thing you watched on TV, it was Al Jazeera. 10. What's your favourite TV show? Why? Jesus Christ, that's impossible. Who can answer that? Okay, well, let's go with... right now, I'm really enjoying Glee. I love White Collar, Supernatural, Sherlock, Doctor Who. Jesus, it's impossible. I like shows that have interesting plots, good music, characters that make me think, or that just have interesting backgrounds. Alright, quick, find a book or something with text in it. Flip to a random page and read it aloud. Go. Alright, so now for a dramatic reading from Robert Fiske's The Great War for Civilization, The Conquest of the Middle East. From page 477, that it took a whole year of negotiations merely to reach this level of verbal horse trading was an unhappy commentary on the talks. The Palestinians wanted to talk about land, the Israelis wanted to talk about devolved functions, the Palestinians wanted to talk about transition autonomy, the Israelis wanted to talk about interim autonomy. The Palestinians wanted to talk about a country called Palestine, the Israelis would not hear of it. Jerusalem remained an unmentionable subject during these interim talks, open for negotiation only in the final stages of the negotiations. Alright, that seems long enough to me. What else have we got here? 12. What was the last movie you saw, and how was it? Jesus, I'm not entirely sure. I think the last movie I watched was the horror movie One Missed Call at one of my friend's 18th birthday parties, and that was hilariously bad. All the way through I kept thinking, how would I have rewritten this to make it worth listening to and watching, obviously. They had a David Boreanaz look-alike in it, though, so it wasn't that bad. At least there's something pretty on the screen. 13, do you think you have an accent? Talk about that. I'm fairly certain I have a British accent. I've been told that American occasionally slips into it. But yeah, no, I don't think it's particularly strong. I could be wrong. Yeah, okay, so that was my voice post. Now I just have to figure out how to put this onto YouTube and then from there onto LJ. Okay, good night, or good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. And enjoy, I suppose.